Welcome back to Hot Water Wrestling, continuing on my movie reviews for this summer. Next is Snow White and the Huntsman. Yes, adaptation of the classic fairy tale Snow White, starring Chris Hemsworth, Kristen Stewart, and Charlize Theron as the Queen. While not the genre-defining epic you might be hoping for, it is still a fun summer romp. Snow White and the Huntsman does deliver lots of action, imagination, twisted images. It's a heck of a ride. People have ragged on Kristen Stewart for her portrayal as Snow White, but I thought she actually did a fine job. This movie, it missed the mark from really truly being a great film. They had all the things they needed as far as the character development and some of the pacing of the film. It just didn't quite hit the mark to really push it over the top to just be like, wow, this movie's awesome. But that being said, on the same token, it's still worth buying a ticket for. If you want to see a modern adaptation of one of your favorite fairy tales, come to life, live action, it's definitely worth seeing. It's obviously a little bit of a darker, different approach to Snow White than what you're used to. But again, if you like that kind of film, you may like Snow White. It had remnants, well, not remnants, it had like complete parallels to Lord of the Rings. I felt that there were some things they could have done better, like the dwarves. They incorporated them into the story, but I think they could have done it a little better. We could have gotten to know Chris Hemsworth's character a little more. We could have had a little more time to breathe and develop all the characters in this movie in general. But the special effects are just incredible. The costumes are incredible. All three actors, Charlize, Chris, and Kristen, all do deliver really good performances. I don't know why people are giving Kristen Stewart such a hard time. Now, I have never seen any of the Twilight films. Being a humongous vampire fan, Twilight, the mythology, their turn on vampires, or their twist, their take on it is what I meant to say, doesn't quite jive with the true mythology of vampires, and it seems more like a teeny bopper thing, so I really never saw it. So this is my first impression really of Kristen Stewart, other than seeing her in some indie films when she was a lot younger, and I thought she did do a fine job. Anyway, Snow White and the Huntsman, I'll say it's worth seeing if you like this kind of thing. It was not a complete disappointment, so again, out of 5 stars, I'm going to give this a solid 3 stars as a fun summer popcorn flick. See you next time on Hot Water Wrestling.